Okay, my name is Amy Sweeny. I'm the principal of Bevins Elementary School here in Pike County. On our team, I have teacher Danielle Master. She's a special education teacher at my school, and Miss Mary Beth Stiltner. She's our district innovation coordinator as our district person, and we also have our representative Chris Harris as our community member. So I'm going to let Miss Masters tell you about how we kind of identified our problem of practice.
This year we have a vertical PLC that's every member or every grade level is actually represented on the team. So we have a math PLC and an ELA PLC, so we have kindergarten through 5th grade. Last year it was just 2nd through 5th grade. So having somebody, representative at every grade level has, better talks, better, a lot of what's going on in the classroom. But we had a very common frustration from all the teachers in the PLC. And, the district would come in, the principals would come in, we would always have these walkthroughs. But the teachers weren't getting the highest that they could in, student engagement. And everybody was frustrated. They wanted to be the best that they can, even though that these forms weren't evaluative. You still want to do the best that you can for our kids. So what we decided, our problem of practice was actually authentic student engagement. I mean, in our classroom, we were doing thumbs up, thumbs down. We had the paddle boards. We were asking questions, and we're like, isn't that student engagement? What more can we do?
And our district walkthrough actually says that it's authentic engagement. So we began to question, well, what does authentic engagement look like? What would that look like in the classroom? What is that going to boil down to? And, myself, I needed to get up on the knowledge so that I could give that feedback to my teachers. And I really wanted to stress that, our walkthrough document is non-evaluative, but we all want to get better at what we do. So what can we do to kind of increase so that we're all getting, better at being, increasing that active engagement? So first thing we did was we kind of looked at, well, what kind of support do we need from our district? And it just so happened that, our district was forming different committees where our principals could serve on these different committees. So one of those is we now have a walkthrough descriptive feedback committee. And so our district has put that together of instructional team members and principals as well, where we come together and we looked at that walkthrough document, and we're in the process now of defining what does it take to get a 3 in active engagement, or what does it take to get a 3 in questioning, and those sort of things. So that is one of the things that our district has decided to do. And if we flip on over to something I've decided to do, I've taken on the role of the active engagement piece for that committee. Also, our district team is going to provide personalized professional learning on student engagement, and that's already taken place right now. We have, our district has partnered with PIMSR, and they have brought in some trainers, and we send 2 teacher leads each time we have a session. Those teacher leads come back and they train through these vertical PLCs. So we have the setup in place so that, the math PLC and the ELA PLC are able to share what they have learned. Also, our district has supported us with professional development funds to be able to send people to some Kagan trainings. We've been able to, Ms. Masters and I actually went to one, and then I took a couple of teachers to another session, so we've been able to do that as well. Our district is also conducting walkthroughs and giving feedback, and we're in the process of kind of calibrating our walkthrough document so we know if I say this is a 3 and another principal in our district, are you agreeing with me and saying this is a 3? So we're in the process of trying to do some learning walks together where principals will actually go in and observe classes together and kind of see if we're all on the same page to build that cohesiveness among our district. And then also our district's going to provide coaching and support to our principals. Not only are our teachers doing training, but the same lady from PIMSR came in and did a training with our principals as well, so that we're clear on what it is to look for when we go in the classroom. Also, then me as the principal, I'm going to continue to provide training and personalized support. One of the things I do is I use that walkthrough data, and that's how I plan what professional development that my teachers are going to receive, and I try to, I'm in the classrooms every week, and so I give feedback to them on the walkthrough document, and a lot of them may come and say, how can I, incorporate this or take that suggestion? And again, that is part of what I've committed to do for the action plan, is to conduct walkthroughs and give that timely and specific feedback to teachers, particularly in the area of authentic engagement. And then I've already talked about my serving on the district committee as well. And we do have the walkthrough now that we're going to roll that out to our principals in November at our next principals meeting, where we will actually go over the process that our district committee did and redefining those things and what that looks like. So that's not only going to build cohesiveness in our school, but across the district, so that, Miss Varney here teaches kindergarten at Southside. It's going to, active engagement at Southside is going to look like it would at my school as well. So I'm going to let Ms. Masters talk again about what the teacher's role and the student's role in our action plan.
So our main concern is the teachers having the strategies to use. So we want to come up and create a toolbox of strategies that are where the students are actively engaged, and that the teachers will collaborate. We can, in our vertical PLCs, what works, what didn't work. We can observe each other and to actually see other strategies that maybe I may not feel comfortable doing, but so-and-so does it very well, so then I can go talk to them or observe their classroom. We want the students to be actively engaged in learning and to take ownership, be accountable for the learning. We want them to be motivated to learn, have confidence, and then also build relationships with one another.
And then again, where the shared leadership comes in is we are building those teacher leaders by them attending the professional development sessions, coming back and being responsible for training the rest of the staff. And then, through their PLCs, they're taking ownership of a big part of our project. They're helping us to define active engagement. They're helping us to build this toolbox. And so, by the end, our goal is to have an active engagement toolbox and a clear picture. Everyone is on the same board and on the same page with what authentic active engagement is at our school.